You've got yourself a crochet hook and some yarn, but now you don't know where to start. Well, let's take care of that. Hello everyone and welcome to Amparo Wonderland. So you are just starting to learn how to crochet, and there are a few things that you need to learn before you begin. And the first things first is what we're going to do with our crochet hook and our yarn. So let's stop talking and let's get yarny. We've got our crochet hook here and we have no idea how we're going to work with it. First thing we gotta do is learn how to hold our crochet hook. To hold our crochet hook, there are two ways to do that. First, it is the knife hold, and the other is the pencil hold. And they are exactly what they sound like. So let's say we're gonna cut a piece of meat. You're gonna hold your knife. Some people like to hold it like this. I've seen that before, but this method, we have our hook between our index and our thumb finger. And then the rest of the fingers wrap around the bottom of your hook, and the bottom of your hook leans against your palm down here. And you just simply hold it and you start to crochet. It's that easy. Now let's move on to the second way. So the next way to hold your crochet hook is to hold it as a pencil. So it is called the pencil hold, and it's literally placed between your fingers here, like if you are going to be writing a book or your name or something, you're going to write with your crochet hook. So you just hold it like this, where you have your hook laying against your middle finger here. The middle finger, ring finger, and your pinky are aligned together like this, and your index finger is on top of your hook, and then your thumb seals the deal by sandwiching it all together like a pencil. And so now to crochet, we are going to slip our knot onto our hook, and do not even bother asking me how to actually do it this way because I am not a pencil holder. I am a knife holder, so you figure it out yourself because I have no idea how to do it. But you just do it the same exact way, so you just place the yarn over your hook and you go around. Place the yarn over your hook and go around. Everybody has a different hold of their hook, and you use whichever hold is more comfortable for you. For me, it is definitely the knife hold, and I can definitely create some stitches a lot quicker and easier with this hold. So now you know how to hold your hook, but now we gotta learn how to hold our yarn. So let's take care of that. Alright, so let's move on to our yarn. So the yarn, there are many ways to hold your yarn, but I'm going to show you 3 ways that are the most common when it comes to holding your yarn. So let's go ahead and go with method number 1. So method number 1, what you're gonna do, let's go ahead and place our left hand down flat on the table or air or wherever you want, on your lap, whatever. If you're a lefty, you want to do the same exact thing. You're just going to do it on your right hand instead. I am a righty, so let's go ahead and work with our yarn here. We have our end, and we're going to go into the middle between our pinky and our ring finger here. And that end is going to wrap around your pinky once. And then it's going to lay across all 3 of these fingers, which are your ring, middle, and index finger. And then it goes down around this way. And you're going to hold your yarn with your thumb and your middle finger. And then you're going to go ahead and crochet away. So you're going to hold your piece when you're working your chains, for example. You're going to hold it between your thumb and your middle finger like this. And then you're just going to yarn over or yarn under. And to control the tension of your yarn, you are simply going to move your index finger up or down. So if you want it tighter, you move it up. If you want it looser, you move it down. And you just go ahead and crochet away. As you crochet, the yarn just glides through your pinky and over your fingers. So I'll show you really quick what that looks like. The above view here. And as you crochet, as you can see, it just glides over. If it does get caught between your pinky and your middle finger here, you just simply move your pinky out this way to just loosen that slack a little more, and you can grab more yarn to continue crocheting. Method 2, again, let's place our hand down on a surface, whatever surface you've got available, and instead of working on the inside between your pinky and your ring finger, we're going to work from the outside of our pinky here. So what we're going to do is that we're going to wrap the working yarn around the pinky twice. That's 1 and 2. And then we're going to go underneath the ring finger and your middle finger. And then we're going to go over your index finger. And then we're going to crochet away by holding again with your thumb and your middle finger here. And this works the same way with your tension. What you're going to do is that you lift your index finger up if you want a tighter tension, and if you want a looser tension, you're going to release your index finger and keep it down and low to make sure that it stays in place. When it comes to the yarn, it's just simply going to glide across your pinky there and underneath your fingers down here, which is where you wrapped your yarn. And it's that simple. You just crochet away the same exact way, and to grab more yarn, you kind of have to loosen your fingers a little bit just so it can glide across your fingers like this. As you can see, I'm kind of like opening up, and then I crochet. Open up, and then I crochet. And you just keep doing that all the way until you are satisfied with your foundation chain or whatever you're working on. Now the third method is actually my favorite. You don't have to do this whole contraption thing over your fingers and under your fingers. This one is a lot more simpler. So let's go ahead and grab our yarn and place it under our hand. And we are simply going to wrap the end around our finger. So have the yarn between your middle finger and your index finger. So you're going to wrap it around once, and then a second time halfway, not all the way. And then now we just work with that yarn there. To make your tension tighter and looser, you do it the same way. You put your index finger down to loosen it and up to tighten it. And the rest of your yarn is going to be under here, where you hold it with your pinky. You can't really put your ring finger down, so you just hold it with your pinky the best that you can. And then you just crochet away. And it's that simple. It simply glides across your finger as long as you didn't tighten it too much around your index. And it just simply goes right through. And that's it. That is how you do it. It is very important to learn about tension and how to hold your yarn. Me personally, I am not going to lie, I never learned how to actually hold my yarn until recently. And I've been crocheting for years now. And the problem with that is that because I did not learn how to hold my yarn the correct way, I put quotes because you can hold your yarn however you want, whatever is most comfortable for you. I always go back to my old ways where I simply just hold it between my index finger and my middle finger, and then I just hold it here. So in reality, you do what you want, you hold it however you want, but the problem with that is that sometimes you can hurt your hand, and that is actually the problem that I was having by holding my yarn this way. And because of that, it was hurting my wrist, and it was just straining my hand and my wrist more than it should. So to avoid that, you want to learn how to hold your yarn properly. And if you do not want to do that, you are also welcome to make or buy a tension ring, which is a really good helper when you're trying to learn how to do tension holding, because the tension is very important. I keep saying tension, and that just means that it's very, very important to learn about tension control with your yarn. How you hold your tension really gives you the result of what you get for your project. If your tension is very tight, you can end up with warped stitches because your stitches end up too tight, and if they are too loose, you end up with holes all over your project. So to avoid any situation like that, you want to have that just right tension to get the best result when it comes to crocheting any sort of piece that you are crocheting. And that's it. Now you know how to hold your crochet hook with the pencil or the knife, and also how to hold your yarn 3 different ways. You are more than welcome to do whatever you want when it comes to these methods, or however you want to hold your hook or your yarn, whatever makes you more comfortable and whatever helps you to create your projects, that is what you want to do. The main thing is to have fun. So do not stress over how to hold anything, just enjoy the process. So if you enjoyed this video, definitely give it a thumbs up because it helps me out to figure out what kind of videos you all like. And if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, let me know in the comment section down below and I will respond to you as soon as possible. If you really did enjoy this video and you want more, then you want to go ahead and check out the video right over here. That will help you out on how to create a circle, and there will be even more. So I will see you there. If not, then I will see you in the next one. Bye!